I don't think I heard one bad comment from an artist or a trader.
No, he's got something there that he can be proud of.
And they've certainly listened this year.
Oh yeah.
I would say it's my favourite location for a tattoo convention so far.
To be honest, I'm racking my brains to think of anything negative about the show.
So the Liverpool show we've just done, it was the second edition of the Docks, and I think it went down very well, to be honest.
It's definitely progressed since last year.
Yeah.
Hell of a lot.
Quality of artists was insane, and a lot of them were invited. I think it was an invite-only convention as well anyway, wasn't it?
Yeah, so if you're cordially invited, then you've got to be somewhat in the industry.
We were lucky enough to be on the same row as the Empire Inks Pro team. Obviously, we had Colt and Brian from Empire Inks. Shout out to them guys. They travelled over from the States for this weekend. It was their first time at a UK convention as well. I think Colt and Brian enjoyed it a lot. And the level of quality that the Empire Inks Pro team put out,
man,
insane. We had Ross, Gavin. Colt wasn't actually tattooing, but he was doing some really nice oil painting over the course of 2 days whilst travelling around and doing
paintings were insane.
Yeah, really good artist. Very creative man he is. And then there was Chrissy Lee, and then on the other side there was Gareth Watson, and then Chris Ravage. What a row of artists that was.
Chris was actually using the new Empire range that isn't out yet, and the Wolverine that he did with it was immense. It was like a more opaque than grey washy.
We're not really too kind of like pressing on the awards categories because it's the artist side of things, that is, but what we saw that they did, I think everyone deserved an award for that weekend. Yeah. And also the guys that weren't even on the team but also massive supporters of Empire, Ellie Taylor and Phil Myatt, they were using Empire and they absolutely smashed it.
Ellie's piece was great, and I like what she does with her setup as well. There's like a live feed, so you haven't got people leaning over. She's got like a little TV, so you can actually give her some space to work. And I think
during the little quiet periods we could just have a little sit down, have some food, and I was just watching the TV across the way it's like a TV show. I think everyone had a good little try of this as well. So at the very start of the show, myself and a couple others from our team went around and gave out some samples of Ghost cartridges and Empire Ink. There was the Empire Inks Pro Team row, and a couple of people in front of us like Ellie and Phil were using Empire. Colt and Brian were there from Empire, so there was a good focus on Empire Inks this year, and obviously James is from the Empire Pro team.
He is.
I think he really enjoyed the fact that there was a good bit of focus on a brand that he's connected so heavily with as well.
And it's great to have people that are very much behind the brand, because when you're getting customers coming up asking for a grey wash from an Empire and they've not used it before, they were hands-on. And they were answering any questions. I mean, I took a couple of people around and just...
So you mean you took the customer to one of the pro team and asked them about it?
And asked them if they could just, like... Because we could talk about the product, but it's just nice to hear it from another artist who's used it for X number of years.
Yeah.
And get their point of view, because they're using it on a day-to-day basis.
Well, most of those guys we spoke to have been using it for nearly a decade.
Yeah. So it's
still using it today with all the new grey washes and all the new ink brands that come out. Empire has stayed pretty much true in their setup for the last 10 years.
It's tried, tested, and it works, doesn't it? And it works really well. So Colt, he's got something there that he can be proud of.
We love these weekends. They're very social. I would also like to say, it was great to also catch up with Ollie Boots. He won Best Avant-Garde for his piece. Did a fantastic job. Liam and Debs from Levels Tattoo, it was great to catch up with them as well. Adam, also known as the Goose Father, I think he did about 7 or 8 geese over the weekend. Got to his
title, didn't he? Got to the 450.
Did a little interview with him, didn't we, Deb? Nice little 450th celebration for that goose he did.
Yeah, gave him a little 3D printed goose.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, he got a little gift from us as well.
Yeah.
The amount of tattoo artists was made a little bit more minimal because they wanted to make sure they achieve quality rather than quantity to start with, which I really appreciate, because I think artists do notice that.
Yeah, because there's a lot of conventions where people are like, we're just getting as many people as we can, make lots and lots of money and all that, and they're not in it for the money. No. They're not.
Artists, very good. Level of improvement based on last year was great.
Speaking of levels as well, just to divert a little bit, the bands,
they were really good,
and the level of the music as well was spot on.
That is something that a lot of people forget, because when you are talking with people on a stand, sometimes you're like, what?
You stand up shouting at people and it's just like, it's not great, and then the music stops and you're still shouting. You're like, Well, every time me and Deb was doing some interviews or videos with artists, obviously you want to make sure these microphones actually pick up as much as possible. I only had to walk over to the sound guy and said, when are you doing your recording? This time? Okay, I'll turn it down then. All right, so and they were constantly waving her, going, is that okay? So again, very accommodating to everyone.
James, Greg and Brad, second year they've done it now, but I definitely think, massive applause for them, because second edition definitely went down much better in my opinion.
Yeah, and props to them, because they were tattooing as well as running the show. It's like, how do you do both?
Brad and James were tattooing every other hour. The other hour they were being asked to, can you come here, do this?
To be honest, I'm racking my brains to think of anything negative about the show when I generally can't think of anything.
I think every year they'll keep improving on it.
Yeah.
But they organised good entertainment.
Yeah.
There was some good food vendors as well.
Oh, food vendors. They put a QR code on your stand, so they actually came to you.
Yes.
That's never been done before. I've never seen that at conventions.
And if it has been done before and we were there, we didn't get it advertised to us very well, did we? Because as soon as we saw that, we were like, let's order some food. Then 5 minutes later, someone turns up with it. It's like,
anything from the trolley.
This is amazing. I would say it's my favourite location for a tattoo convention so far that we've done, because, I mean, the views that you have of the docks, with the sunlight coming down on you, it's very nice.
The walk to and from. I mean, you get into the stand at like 8 o'clock in the morning when like the sun's just come up, and then you're shutting down sort of 7, 8 o'clock at night, and the sun sets across Mersey is just superb.
The hotel is like 5 minutes away from the venue.
Yeah.
Plenty of food and eateries and bars. The Saturday after party was very nice as well. We went out for dinner. Shout out to Tony and Remy from Monster Creations as well. They also flew from the US for this show. Very impressed by the UK scene. It was nice to see all the artists relaxing and socialising after a Saturday, even though it's been a long day. As well as loads of really good tattoos going on at this show, I think there was also a good focus on art in general.
Yes.
So we had, obviously we've already said Colt was doing some really nice oil painting.
Yep.
There was an art gallery in the very centre of the expo hall as well. A lot of that art mural wall.
Down that wall there.
That was really good as well.
It's kid friendly as well.
Oh, it was very fun. It was
very kid friendly.
Yeah.
You had James Brennan's kids again doing temporary tattoos. They had a stand next to it where they were selling like schools bits and pieces. And
James's mum.
James's mum was doing it, and it's more orientated around family than just being another convention.
I don't think I've been at a convention where there was more cosplayers as well.
Yes, that was ace.
There was loads of them. We need to get that group picture somewhere and put it on social, don't we?
Yeah, and like place it here.
Yeah, just here.
Just here.
Just in this part here.
I saw like the Imperial 66, so I was like, it's all going to be Star Wars and stuff like that, but no, like Captain America, Deadpool, Pikachu, Dogpool.
What was it? How do they call it? Peekapool?
Peekapool? Batman. I swear that he looked the spitting image.
Robert Pattinson.
He looked the spitting image.
It was. I think it actually might have been,
Yeah, just like after it's like, they won't see me, they won't notice me in my Batman suit. But
didn't ask him about Twilight though, did we?
No. Stand in the sunlight, just see if we can. It's not. Yeah, it's definitely not.
He's glowing his crystals.
He's twinkling.
There was also a very nice chap that came over to our stand a couple of times.
Papa Magic.
No, I didn't see absolutely everything he was showing you, but some of the card tricks was like, how did he do that?
Yeah,
it's really good to see those different people, like cosplayers, magicians. The guys walking around on stilts.
Yes.
There was someone handing around like bouncy balls and stuff.
That was him.
And that was him.
That was him. He was making balloon animals for the kids and balloon swords.
Oh yeah, we were blowing so many bubbles from our fan as well. I think it may have pissed a few people off, but made the kids laugh.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Layout of the booths was very nice. There was a lot of walk space. There was a lot of area between the artists. I don't think I heard one bad comment from an artist or a trader.
No. It was definitely laid out as well.
Well, that's another thing, isn't it? Like, you do your first convention and then the second one comes around, you start thinking back of what everyone has said, and they've certainly listened this year.
Oh, yeah. Some of the conventions we've had loads of people. Do you have extra lighting? Do you have headlamps? Do you have this? Do you have that?
We didn't sell a single headlamp at this show, and that was because the lighting of this convention was spot on, wasn't it?
I think I walked out with a suntan. It was spot on. It was just like you walked in there, and it was just like, am I actually inside?
Stopped us selling any lighting.
Yeah, you stopped us selling headlamps. Jeez.
It's also nice to catch up with the Killer Ink boys. I mean, Liverpool is their home city, so we were very kindly invited to come back to the city, weren't we?
Yeah.
Me and Liam had a game of Actron as well, and I will say I did win. We advertised our charity football match as well, which is great. We did raise...
I think it was like 480, but we just threw the extra 20 in just to round it up.
Yeah. But that was all from my charity towards the football charity match, so thank you whoever donated for that.
And we just can't wait to raise more when we actually get this football game on the go.
Yeah, so 3 more shows after this weekend, but I do very much look forward to the next Liverpool show, the third one, the hat-trick for the Liverpool Tattoo and Arts Expo.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing what they're doing this year.
So if you didn't go to the one last year and you didn't go to the one this year, make sure you're there for the third one in 2026.
Yeah, you are missing out. Missing out massively.
You know what I mean, like?
They fucking kill it, Inc.